Hello and welcome back to English Mindset. I'm so grateful that you are here with me today, because what we're about to do is more than just practice English. This episode is about life itself. Every time you press play, you're not only training your ears and your tongue, you're also training your heart and your mind. That's why I always say, learning English is not only about grammar rules or vocabulary lists, it's about becoming someone stronger, someone who can face challenges and keep moving forward. In this episode, I want to share something deeply personal with you. These are life lessons that I didn't learn from textbooks, classrooms, or teachers. I learned them on the road of living through pain, mistakes, heartbreak, failure, and also through small victories, new beginnings, and moments of clarity. And as I share them with you, you'll discover that every single lesson is not only about life, but also about language learning, about your English journey. Think of this as a conversation with a mentor and a friend. I'll tell you stories, ideas, and truths that changed me. And as you listen, you'll be practicing real English made of emotion, reflection, and power. You'll hear phrases you can repeat, ideas you can write down, and lessons you can live out. So I invite you to listen with your whole heart. Let the words wash over you, let the meaning sink in, and let yourself grow. Because this is not just about speaking English, it's about becoming the person you're meant to be. Lesson 1: Pain is a teacher, not a punishment. For a long time, I believed that pain was a sign that I had failed. If something hurt, I thought it meant I wasn't good enough, strong enough, or smart enough. I used to see pain as life's way of telling me I was on the wrong path. But slowly, I learned that pain is not here to punish us. It's here to guide us, to teach us what no book or classroom can. Every painful moment carries a message. Losing someone you love teaches you the depth of connection. Facing rejection shows you where to grow stronger. Making mistakes teaches you resilience and humility. Pain pushes us to face the things we often avoid. It forces us to stop, to reflect, and to change. The people who become strongest are not the ones who never suffer, but the ones who let pain shape them instead of break them. They ask, "What is this moment teaching me?" and they grow from it. So if you're hurting right now, remember, this is not the end. It's the middle of your transformation. Let the pain teach you. One day, you'll look back and see how it made you stronger. Lesson 2: Not everyone will understand you, and that's okay. There was a time when I wanted everyone around me to see my heart, to believe in my dreams, to understand why I worked so hard for something that mattered to me. I tried to explain myself, to defend my choices, to prove that my vision was real. But the truth is, not everyone will understand your journey. And they don't need to. Sometimes the people closest to you, the ones you love the most, won't get it. They may laugh at your goals, doubt your ability, or say things like, "Why waste time learning English? You'll never be fluent." Those words can hurt. But here's what I've learned: your dream was not given to them, it was given to you. The fire in your heart doesn't need their approval to burn. Stop waiting for others to see what you see. Stop trying to convince people of a future only you can imagine. Instead, protect your vision. Let your growth speak for itself. One day, your results will answer every doubt. Being misunderstood doesn't mean you're wrong, it means you're walking a path brave enough to be unique. Lesson 3: Discipline builds real freedom. For a long time, I thought freedom meant doing whatever I wanted whenever I wanted. Sleeping late, skipping responsibilities, watching endless videos, eating what I liked, putting things off until tomorrow. At first, it felt like freedom. But over time, that so-called freedom left me feeling stuck. I had time, but no direction. I had choices, but no progress. I was free, but I was going nowhere. Then life taught me a lesson I'll never forget: freedom is not the absence of rules, it's the result of discipline. Discipline is keeping the promises you make to yourself. It's waking up when the alarm rings. It's showing up to study even when you're tired. It's practicing English for 15 minutes even when you don't feel like it. It's repeating sentences, speaking out loud, and staying consistent when no one is watching. Yes, discipline feels hard in the moment. But staying the same is even harder. Discipline is not a prison, it's a door. A door to growth, to confidence, to opportunities. When you build discipline, you build trust with yourself. That trust becomes confidence, and that confidence becomes freedom. So remember, real freedom is not doing nothing. Real freedom is knowing you are in control. Discipline is self-respect in action. Every time you choose discipline, you're choosing your future. Lesson 4: Fear never leaves, but you can move anyway. For years, I believed that one day I would wake up fearless. I thought, when I feel confident, then I'll speak English. Or, when I'm ready, then I'll follow my dream. But that day never came. Fear was always there, whispering doubts, warning me of failure, holding me back. And then I realized something powerful: you don't have to wait for fear to disappear. You simply have to stop obeying it. Fear is not your enemy. It's a signal. It's your brain trying to protect you. But sometimes it protects you from the very experiences that will help you grow. The truth is, brave people don't live without fear, they live with it. They feel the fear and take action anyway. The first time I spoke English in front of someone, my voice shook, my heart raced, and I made mistakes. But I didn't collapse. No one laughed. And I discovered something life-changing: fear is just noise. When you act through it, it loses its power. Confidence doesn't come before action, it comes after. Every time you speak, even with mistakes, you prove to yourself that fear doesn't control you anymore. So don't wait to feel ready. Take the step, make the call, say the sentence. Fear may walk beside you, but you are the one driving your life. Lesson 5: Progress matters more than perfection. For a long time, I believed I couldn't move forward until everything was perfect. I wanted my English to sound flawless: perfect grammar, perfect pronunciation, perfect vocabulary. And because I wasn't perfect, I stayed silent. I waited. I hesitated. I wasted time chasing an illusion that doesn't exist. But life eventually taught me this truth: perfection is the enemy of growth. It paralyzes you. It convinces you that mistakes are shameful, when in reality, mistakes are proof that you're moving forward. If you never make mistakes, it means you're not trying. And if you're not trying, you're not improving. Progress is what really matters. Did you learn one new word today? That's progress. Did you practice a short conversation even if it wasn't smooth? That's growth. Did you spend 10 minutes listening to English instead of doing nothing? That's a victory. These small steps, repeated over time, build fluency far more than waiting for perfection ever will. The funny thing is, when you focus on progress, perfection takes care of itself. The more you practice, the closer you naturally get to fluency. But if you chase perfection first, you'll never start. So celebrate every small win. Speak even if you make mistakes. Write even if it feels clumsy. Progress is the bridge to success, and every imperfect step is part of the journey. Don't let perfection steal your future. Choose progress, again and again. Lesson 6. Protect your energy, not just your time. There was a season in my life when I always felt exhausted. I looked at my schedule and thought, I have enough hours, so why do I feel so drained? That's when I realized the problem wasn't my time, it was my energy. Time is important, but energy is the fuel that makes time useful. You can have 10 free hours in a day, but if your energy is gone, those hours are empty. I began asking myself new questions. Does this conversation inspire me or drain me? Does this habit bring me closer to my goals or pull me away? Do these people make me feel supported or small? The answers showed me where my energy was leaking. And once I learned to protect it, everything changed. Protecting your energy means setting boundaries. It means saying no to constant negativity, to endless distractions, to people who don't respect your growth. It means creating space for peace, focus, and recovery. This isn't selfish, it's wise. Because your energy fuels your habits, your learning, your motivation. When you protect your energy, you study better, you speak English with more clarity, and you live with more joy. So pay attention. Notice who and what lifts you up, and choose those things more often. Guard your energy like treasure, because it is. Time may be limited, but with the right energy, even 1 hour can transform your life. Lesson 7. Time never comes back, so use it wisely. There was a period in my life when I kept saying, I'll do it tomorrow. I thought waiting didn't matter, that I had endless chances ahead. But slowly, I noticed something. Weeks passed, months passed, and I was still in the same place. The truth hit me: time is the one thing you can never get back. You can lose money and earn it again. You can lose friends and meet new people. But once a moment is gone, it is gone forever. That realization changed me. I began to see every day, every hour, as precious. Instead of wasting time on distractions, I started asking myself, is this how I want to spend my life? Because in the end, how you use your time is how you build your life. If you want fluency in English, it won't happen someday. It happens in the minutes you choose to practice today. Even 10 focused minutes matter. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Use the time you have now. Because one day, you'll look back and what will shape your future are the choices you made with the hours you were given. Lesson 8. Real strength is staying soft in a hard world. For a long time, I thought strength meant being tough, hiding my feelings, and never letting anyone see me vulnerable. I believed that if I stayed cold and distant, no one could hurt me. But life showed me another truth. Real strength is not about closing your heart, it's about keeping it open, even after it's been broken. The world can be harsh. People will disappoint you, dreams may fail, and life will test you again and again. It's tempting to build walls, to protect yourself from pain. But the strongest people I've met are not the ones who hide, they are the ones who continue to care, to love, and to believe, even after they've been hurt. In your English journey, this lesson is just as true. It's easy to stay silent because you're afraid of mistakes, embarrassment, or judgment. But every time you open your mouth and speak, even with imperfect words, you are showing real courage. Vulnerability is not weakness, it is bravery in action. So don't let the hardness of the world make you numb. Stay soft. Stay curious. Stay open to correction and growth. That softness will become your greatest strength, because it allows you to keep learning, keep connecting, and keep moving forward. Lesson 9: Comparison destroys progress. There was a time when I couldn't go a single day without comparing myself to others. Their English sounded smoother, their lives looked easier, their progress seemed faster. Each time I saw someone succeed, I felt smaller, weaker, and behind. But eventually, I learned one of life's most important truths: comparison is a thief. It steals your joy, your focus, and your growth. When you compare yourself to others, you forget your own story. You ignore the struggles you've already overcome, the courage it took to start, and the small victories you've earned along the way. You measure your path with someone else's ruler, and of course you feel inadequate. But the truth is, their journey isn't yours. Their timeline isn't your timeline. The only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. Did you learn one new phrase today? That's progress. Did you speak more confidently than last week? That's success. Did you understand something today that confused you before? That's growth. So stop looking sideways. Keep your eyes on your own path. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Because your journey is unique and it's leading you exactly where you're meant to go. Lesson 10: Forgiveness sets you free. For many years, I carried heavy pain in my heart. People had hurt me, lied to me, or ignored me when I needed them most. I thought holding on to that anger would protect me, that refusing to forgive meant I was strong. But over time, I learned something life-changing: forgiveness isn't about them, it's about you. When you refuse to forgive, the pain doesn't punish the other person. It punishes you. It fills your mind with bitterness, it steals your focus, and it keeps you trapped in the past when you want to move toward the future. The moment I started forgiving not just others, but myself too, I felt lighter. It was as if I had put down a heavy burden I didn't need to carry anymore. Forgiveness doesn't mean what they did was right. It doesn't erase the pain. What it does is give you back your peace. It gives you the freedom to move forward without resentment. And yes, forgiveness can be hard, especially when the wound runs deep. But remember, you don't forgive because they deserve it. You forgive because you deserve healing. So let go of the weight. Forgive yourself for mistakes. Release others from your anger. Free your heart. Because forgiveness isn't weakness, it is strength. And it's the key to a lighter, freer, more peaceful life. Lesson 11: Gratitude turns little into enough. There was a time when I always felt behind. No matter what I had, it never seemed to be enough. I wanted more money, more success, more recognition. And in my English journey, I wanted faster progress, perfect fluency, and instant results. That constant hunger left me frustrated and unhappy. Then I discovered the quiet power of gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus. Instead of looking at what is missing, it opens your eyes to what is already here. When I began to say, thank you, for small things, a meal on the table, a supportive friend, even 10 minutes of practice, it changed the way I felt about my life. I realized I wasn't poor, I was already rich in ways I had ignored. The same is true for English. Maybe you don't speak perfectly yet, but can you understand more than last year? Can you say things today that you couldn't say before? That's progress worth celebrating. Gratitude makes you see your journey not as a burden, but as a gift. When you practice gratitude, what you have becomes enough, and that peace gives you energy to keep growing. Little by little, gratitude turns your ordinary life into something extraordinary. Lesson 12: Consistency is the secret to growth. Many people believe success comes from big actions, dramatic changes, or sudden breakthroughs. But the truth is, lasting growth is built on something much simpler: small actions repeated consistently over time. Consistency is more powerful than talent, luck, or even motivation. It's the quiet force that transforms effort into results. Think about your English journey. Studying for 5 hours once a month won't help as much as studying for 15 minutes every single day. Listening to one podcast daily, practicing one short conversation, or writing a few sentences regularly will grow your skills far more than waiting for the perfect time. Consistency turns practice into habit, and habit into fluency. Life works the same way. Success in health, work, or relationships doesn't come from one big decision, but from the small, repeated choices you make daily. It's showing up, again and again, even when you don't feel like it. The secret is not speed, it's persistence. A little progress, repeated consistently, becomes unstoppable growth. So don't underestimate the power of simple, steady effort. Keep showing up. Keep practicing. Keep moving forward. Because consistency is the bridge between who you are today and who you want to become tomorrow. We've walked together through 12 powerful lessons about pain, courage, discipline, gratitude, forgiveness, and so much more. Each one came from life, not theory. They weren't polished lessons from a book. They were truths earned through failure, healing, practice, and persistence. And now, they are yours. But remember this: these lessons aren't just about life, they're about your English journey too. Every time you practice, every time you make mistakes, every time you show up even when it's hard, you are living these lessons. You're proving that pain can be a teacher, that progress matters more than perfection, that consistency builds the future you dream of. I want you to pause for a moment and look at yourself honestly. Maybe you're not where you want to be yet. Maybe fluency feels far away. But you are not the same person you were yesterday, or last month, or last year. You've grown. You've learned. You've taken steps. And those steps matter. So carry these lessons with you. Write them down. Practice them daily. Speak even when you're afraid. Forgive when it's hard. Protect your energy. Be grateful for every bit of progress. And above all, keep showing up with consistency. Because in the end, English is not only about words. It's about becoming. And with each small step, you are becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable than you ever imagined. Thank you for listening, my best students. Keep learning, keep rising, and never stop believing in the strength already inside you.